Frontline, London. Written and performed by Julian Brown. Music by Astral Satellites. Mixed and engineered by Mr. Mason. Control, this is Uniform 1, do you read me? Over. Control, this is Uniform 1. I'm with Uniform 2, we're arriving at the scene now, awaiting further instructions. Over. Roger that. You're on the front line now, so no sudden or unclear movements, okay? And maybe you'll survive this. Really? He thought to himself. Is this guy for real? He managed to conceal his cynicism in his politely veiled reply to the security officer. Okay then, I'll follow your lead, boss. You think they hype this up on the news, don't you? The officer's accusing tone was far from expected. You don't think it's all that serious, really, do you? You're one of them skeptics. Well, we'll see how skeptical you are after you've seen your first hacking to death of someone right in front of your eyes. Your hands tied knowing it makes no sense to intervene. Not if you value your life, that is. No backup, not nearly enough. We're understaffed these days. Nobody wants to work these front lines anymore, not even the immigrants. The exaggerated war stories told by frontline staff, eager to cash in on this apparent war on the streets, the mass media raved on and on about, as if actually trying to create that which they reported. Yes, he was a skeptic. It's all just media hype, he'd moan to his wife, who would reply,
Clive, when will you get your head out of those newspapers and go and actually live in the real world?
Real world? Clive felt mocked by his wife, who talked to him at times as if he was a small child. His annoyance was triggered by suspecting she may have been right. Preferring the solace of an evening indoors with a good book over a night on the town with friends, Clive wasn't the socialite his wife was. Unlike some of their friends, though, utterly brainwashed by the "don't step outside your front door, it's not safe out there" rhetoric of the sensationalist press, his reasons for wanting to stay in were more to do with feeling like he honestly could not be asked to go out anywhere. Born perhaps in the early years of his marriage to Margaret, sociable, lovable Margaret, popular and bubbly where he was quiet and self-isolating. He wondered if he became boring just to spite his wife, just to be awkward. Though now in the increasingly bleak London of the year 2035, he found himself standing next to a security officer on one of the capital city's notoriously run-down, poverty-ridden front lines, as if to attempt to regain some lost respect from his wife, gain her favour again.
What kind of a man stays in all day hiding from the world?
She would say, taunting him ever since he was made redundant from his prestigious job in the city, of which now there were very few left. Reflecting on such events brought aches and pains to his body. So many ailments these days. Were they a sign of aging, perhaps? No, he knew better. He'd only just turned 26. He wasn't that old. Pain in the mind, eventually, unless resolved, would lead to pain in the bones, the flesh. Cheer up, mate. It may never happen. The security officer's comments caught him again by surprise, unaware of the scowl his face displayed to passers-by. Got stuff on your mind, have you? The officer asked. Nah, not really. Well, yeah, I guess. I suppose so, Clive stuttered in response. How did he end up here, guarding one of the water companies in Camberwell, South London, wearing a Robocop costume, overlooking an urban wasteland, standing next to a man who looked meaner and more menacing than the criminals they were meant to be deterring? What kind of a squalid state had London sunk to where people had to steal basic things like water just to stay alive? Where gangs now fought over substances that were not long ago taken for granted, such as sugar, string, and milk. Where coffee grains now had the same street value that cocaine once had.